We're getting things rocking and rolling here. I got vertical and um, other streams going on there as well. So we're ready to kind of just rock and roll here a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna be playing. We're gonna try to do some marathon here. We're gonna see what happens. I know we have throttled logins going on right now. So just if you guys want to let me know how audio and video is coming over, this is pretty much going to be bare bones for a lot of things here, and I'm going to be kind of tweaking and testing some things as we keep going. I guess I should share that type of stuff here in a minute. Yeah, we'll just go from there. So everything should be live. We'll make that public. Sorry, because I just realized I didn't make anything public here, so I'm gonna do that real quick. So we're live with those. Twitch is live now, so yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna refresh here, and we're gonna kind of get going here. So yeah, so Marathon is Bungie's newest extraction shooter, and yeah, it looks like we're ready to rock and roll. So let's see if we can log in. The cool thing was they did lift the NDA that was happening there a little bit. In one moment, please do the increase. Yep, being throttled. Please stay on the screen until login serves as stabilized and you're logged into Marathon. So that's fine. We'll wait here a little bit while I just kind of get things rocking and rolling here. But yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well. I know it's been a while. It's been like 8 months since my last real big stream, to be honest. Unfortunately, we did lose Oliver. I think you guys saw. Anyone who was watching the post on that, no, we lost him close to around Thanksgiving time. So we did get a new puppy as well. So it's also gonna be one of the things that's kind of distracting me a little bit today. He's still kind of getting a couple things figured out. His name's Archer, and yeah, we're just kind of we're just seeing how things rock and roll here today. Give me 1 second. I'm just grabbing links because like none of my bots are working, you know, because I dismantled everything. I actually sold my PC a while back when this was all happening, and it's been interesting to get back to it. I just rebuilt a couple things there. Mr. Ops, hello, bro. Welcome in. How are you? So we're just gonna be chilling here for a minute. But how are you doing today, Mr. Ops? Hope your day is going well, or evening, or wherever you're chilling at. You know. I'm good. You? I'm doing okay. My allergies are bugging me a little bit, but other than that, I'm doing okay. You know, kind of really excited to see how Marathon here feels because, you know, I think they have a lot riding there. Hala Madrid, hi bro, hello, welcome in. Italian Mob, here for it. Welcome in, Italian Mob. How you doing, man? Just so everyone knows, we are streaming a vertical stream, a horizontal stream on YouTube, and we're also streaming on Twitch, so there's 3 streams going on right now. So just let me know if anything's like that. What are we going to watch today? Marathon. So Marathon is Bungie's new shooter, which is the same developers who made Destiny and Halo. Or I guess like the same development team. This is PC. No, this is PlayStation, Italian Mob. I did not think I was going to have a PC that was going to run that whenever the alpha came in, and then it was just one of those like weird things here. So that's actually why we're waiting for this, because like right now they have the login, everyone's trying to throttle in here really soon. So I was just kind of hoping that this would go through here a little bit. Oh, here we go. All right, Marathon is temporarily at capacity. You'll join the game in order which you are connected. All right. I love the passive aggressing. I hope the shooting mechanics like Destiny. So that's the big thing that people are talking about, Italian Mob, is that like that's what the game has go for it. You are from the Ukraine? Gotcha. Well, welcome all the way from the Ukraine here. It's always interesting. I always feel like I get like a more of an international crowd compared to like a lot of other streamers, even though I'm like, you know, smaller. I've always feel like I've gotten like that. So that's cool. I'm glad to see you're jumping in from Ukraine. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, to go back to Italian Mob's point there, yeah, that's kind of the big thing is that like it's supposed to feel like Destiny. I think it's a little bit harder. I don't know if you played any of the Gambit game mode Italian Mob at any point, but that's sort of where like I guess like the game kind of feels, or any kind of more like the uh, harder PVE elements of Destiny, like Nightfalls and whatnot. Like that's kind of where like the game's like overall like shooting kind of feels in terms of like how enemies hit you and they destroy you and everything like that. But it also feels like it's going to control really decently well. Which, in all honesty, I think I'm gonna do my FPS profile here just to make sure. What's your name, or you want to keep it personal? I mean, I don't give out my real name, but my name's Agent Vincent. Yeah, you don't need to share your real name, especially nowadays with everyone's data being pretty much kind of just leaked anyway. You don't need to share your information or anything like that. So, yeah, and I know this is going to be the boring part of the stream right here for sure. Is going to be the queue. Um, yeah, all right, that's okay. Yeah, but like, what brings everyone in? Like, for those of like Italian Mom's one of my old time viewers, but like, are you guys scrolling on the vertical feed on YouTube, or like, how's that working out? And it looks like we got some likes already on the stream, so I appreciate that. It's pretty awesome to see already. And yeah, it looks like OBS right now is doing a-okay. New GPU, so it's been really curious to see exactly how it's been doing with all of its stuff going on and everything like that, and it seems like it's working out just fine. But yeah, this is gonna be the real boring part. So I was bored. I was looking on YouTube and I found you. Gotcha. What do you usually watch on YouTube? Like, do you watch game stuff? Do you watch more like IRL stuff? Like, what's like your typical things that you watch on YouTube? I know Russian well, and you? I don't know Russian well. I used to know Spanish and a little bit of Japanese, but not really too much else after that. I've kind of lost a lot of those language skills. Mr. Ops, you said games. What games do you usually watch? Are you like, is it like GTA roleplay? Is it like Roblox? Like, what are you kind of usually watching? Or is it just kind of a nice variety, nice mix of stuff? Minecraft, Roblox, gotcha. Are you excited for like the new like Minecraft um the I forget what it's called, like the pretty pack or whatever, where it's like gonna actually like make some of the graphics look a little bit better? I mean, Italian Mob, do you have not really? No, it's okay. I mean, I know some people are, some people aren't. I was just more curious. So, like Italian Mob, was there anything else that you were um was there anything else that you were really like curious about the game? Any questions you had about it? Because like I said, we're just kind of waiting for that to kind of get in a little bit here. Yeah, see, at this point, I honestly don't remember that. Like, I knew a little bit of Spanish, but um, God, it's been a while. So it's funny. I knew friend, and I knew the no part, but were you saying you can't play a game of my choice? It's a weird one. You know Spanish and English very well. Gotcha. Yeah, I think people who can do languages or like even three or quad languages, I think it's like kind of always super duper impressive. Whereas I sit here and struggle with even just talking in English. I mean, if you stick around and listen to my awesome voice doing this on this error screen, you're gonna realize that I don't speak no well at times. You know, it's kind of goofy at times. Yeah, I was saying if you could play in a game while you wait. So yes, I could, but like I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave this like queue right now. That's the thing that just kind of sucks right now. And like I just got this stream like kind of up and running after like tearing it down for like it's 8 months. So like stuff's just really not ready. I mean, this is the part that I knew was gonna be weird. Getting into it, and I almost debated about doing this without being live, but I know it goes into like kind of like an initial cutscene like right from the get go, and like kind of like just drops things in. So I didn't want to like risk having that whole like 1 2 3 type deal with it. I know it's boring, it's kind of annoying, but that was just a call on my part that maybe it wasn't the best. But that's also where this is also good for me because I'm also kind of like just getting back into streaming a little bit. So it's like I'm still kind of like going like, hey, where's this button at? Or like, how's this work again? I'm like, oh yeah, this is how this works. I'm looking at OBS right now and like my chat bot and kind of going like, oh yeah, this is how this works. Like that's just where I'm just learning things like that. Or I guess relearning, if I want to say that correctly. So they're gonna definitely need some music for like this background, man. But yeah. I'm also just trying to keep an eye on like I mean, it's not that there's not music. It's just like there's no music on this error screen, and I don't not playing anything right now because considering everything that's gone pretty bad with all the stuff that sorry, I'm looking at no, you're fine. It's more like the DCMA and all that type of stuff with all the music. All right. Sorry, I'm also looking at like work stuff right now that's coming in, and I'm just like, oof. So, yeah, no, you're fine. Like I said, this is just a bad call on my part. So that's also why I'm just kind of like just trying to chit chat a little bit. How old am I? How old do I sound? This is always a fun one. How old do I sound? Like just out of curiosity. 48. 1922. Dang. Also, hi noob. How you doing? It's been a minute. 1922. Both of you far off. Both of you way off. You know, which is fine. I know I sound 48 at times, and I also sound like a 19-year-old at times. Just depends on how excited I get. I'll let you guys take one more. 67. Jesus Christ. Yikes. Ouch. Ow. I got just slammed on that one. All right. All right. Do I close out? No, because you said way off. That's why. No, you're fine. Oh, man. Okay. I kind of like the passive aggressive error screen, though. I kind of hope they keep it, though. Like the okay type deal. It'd be really funny if you could select like 4 of those. You'd say retry. All right. We'll do it. Let's do it. And then watch the entire application like just dies and my PS5 just goes, nope, screw that, we're done. Type deal, you know? Oh God, ouch. Why is it the Bungie games always have a really weird 120 hertz handshake? I don't get it. It's always super weird. Speaking of, I was actually going to ask you about that. Did you do hardware? Did you do hardware Lumen or did you do software Lumen, noob? Because I was seeing some interesting interplay between that. I am playing. You tried all? Gotcha. No, I'm playing on PlayStation 5, Mr. Ops. Name a setting. I tried it. Gotcha. Because it's weird. What's weird for me was that like I honestly was maintained like 70 FPS. Like in the open world, like I went to the waterfront. I went to I kind of just started fast traveling across some of the cities just to kind of like see like how things worked, and it was kind of fine. But then like after I ended that last night and I loaded up today, I was having a hard time because like it was like I was getting like more like 45 FPS. So it was something that like the cache of like whatever was going on was like interstacking on top of it, and it was like almost duplicating. It was like that and AI pathfinding was like really bugging out. Because I don't know if you noticed, did you wait anywhere? That was another thing I noticed. The AI doesn't filter where it needs to go, which I know Old Oblivion actually had that issue where like, you know, when you did Skyrim or whatnot, people would actually kind of like move as you waited on the screens. This they don't, but like it catches up all that type of stuff at the very end. And so I was like, so that's interesting. So that's the same issue that I ran into. So I'm wondering if it's a cache or a shader cache issue that is doing that. I don't know, Mr. Ops. Kind of just depends on how the day goes. I know it's not going to be super long. You know, like it's not going to be longer than like 3 hours a day or 4 hours. Yeah. But that's it. I got dinner and stuff like that. I got to make and everything like that. So like I said, I'll go back to it. But for now I'm out. Yeah, I mean I'm excited to play it. You know, but I also have Expedition 33. Do you live every day? No, I haven't been live for like 8 months. This is my first stream in like 8 months. I have a full-time gig and everything like that, and so streaming is kind of just more like it just needs to be a part-time hobby for me. I always put too much pressure on making it a thing, and it just doesn't work, and so I get burnt out by it. So no, we were like we would go like live like every 2-3 days during a week. We would kind of just mess around with like whatever game I was playing. You know, we were doing Tomb Raider the remakes at one point. I was doing like my last stream was like Concord before, you know, Concord got nuked from the world. And then I just stopped kind of streaming for a bit and had to take care of some stuff. Because honestly, chatting with you is fun. Well, thank you. I like that. It does seem like a lot of people enjoy just chatting with a lot of it. That's the nice thing about being a smaller channel too, is that like I don't have like 30,000 people trying to like instantly say things all the time. So it's kind of somewhat easy to keep up with chat. Though it is kind of fun when I start getting into my having to read every single thing type deal with that. But yeah. But yeah, noob. I mean, I'm excited that Oblivion Remastered came out. I'm a little disappointed at the overall performance profile. It kind of gives me some concern for Metal Gear Solid Delta because it's the same dev. And you know, I'm kind of like, I think it's going to be cool. Like the graphics are going to be great, but I just don't know how the performance of that is going to work. And now I'm seeing how they're doing this. I'm a little concerned, especially with having that on PlayStation. I'm kind of like, ooh, whereas I wonder how this is going to go. But you know, projects are never the same across the board. You know, they could have a better fork on what they're doing with that, because I think they've been working on this for about I think it was 6 years, question mark, I think was what I remember hearing. And also I appreciate that, Mr. Ops, that you came to this live. I think it's just still crazy the fact that like I'm doing all 3 of these streams right now, and like this GPU is just kind of like whatevs. I don't care. It's so wild to me that like my 37 Ti way back when would like panic with doing this, and like this one's just kind of like whatevs. I don't care. It's so weird to see like even like just like 2 or 3 years of like that type of stuff. It's like, oh, it's totally fine. How much views do you have in your other lives? Oh, I mean, modest, you know, it wasn't really crazy. I think my most successful live stream was Overwatch 2. Hopefully this won't be long. See others are in. Yeah, I mean, I figured it was going to be one of those like once things kind of click in, it'll go start going that way. I usually just average around like 6-7 people like watching the streams at times whenever I was like when I was consistent. The vertical views always seem to be high, but a lot of people don't really stick around with that. Horizontal streams seem to do that. Pretty sure the PlayStation servers aren't live or something. I see other platforms are live, but still on this screen on PS5. Welcome in, Michael. Yeah, I mean, it could be that, or it could just be just how everything like that. I'm just confused given it's a closed selective alpha, so you know what the traffic should be. Well, that's also probably what they're testing right here. They're probably testing like in this background on like, hey, actually, how does this work? Does it transfer people correctly? Is it retaining queues? Because like, you know, it's temporary capacity. Will you join the game in the order which you're connected? Like, if I shut it off and turn that back on, which I did it keep that queue's place? Did it move me? I think that's what they're probably testing here, you know? And so, yes, I agree with you, but there's also probably some other stuff that we're also kind of, not that we're not thinking about it. It's more like there's other things that are probably being tested about that. Like, you know, whatever. Again, you're right. It's just, I could see some other stuff that could be also part of this test here. Now, do I think this is kind of silly that there's no like indication at all, like where I'm at? Yes. I think that's kind of weird. Like, you'll join the game in the order which you're connected. Okay, so where am I connected at? Like, where am I at in the queue? Do I need to purchase a 99-cent microtransaction so I can get in? So I have my license verified? I still can't believe we did that. Diablo. That's how they all got their $1 microtransaction bonus for doing that, I'm pretty sure. But also, how are you doing today, Michael? Welcome in. I'm from the U.S. in one of those really fun things called a state. It's kind of where I'm from. Boop, 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 boop. Also, thank you for the 2 subs on YouTube. I see that. We didn't get any notifications, but that's also because it takes forever for it to actually tell them anything on YouTube. Bum. No, I am not pre-ordering the Switch at midnight. Italian Mob. Like as much as like Lindsay wants one, you know, even she was kind of like, you know. I have a wife actually. So, no, I mean like the Switch 2 looks really cool, I think. I'm also basing out the fact of like how I played the Switch 1. I played it for a few games and that was it. I don't have a commute that lets me use it. I don't really take that away to do that. And it's just one of those, like, I think the first party games are cool. Oh, hey, Mel, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in, Mel. Hi, Mel. It's been a minute, Mel. On the streams. You know how to help me to get a crush to like me? Nah, I don't. I am not a matchmaker, nor am I a relationship advisor. 100%. I'm lucky. How's Mel doing? Not doing too bad, thanks. How are you guys? Oh, we're doing good. You know, I'm just chilling at this, you know, one moment, please. Okay. Error screen. You know, this passive aggressive error screen that's just taunting me right now with its silliness. Also that too. I live in the US, Mel, so not great. Yeah. Something in the water, man. I'll tell you what. Something in the water. No better here, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of just feels like the world just kind of is like an blech spot. You know? Oh shit. Discord going public. Oh, that was in March 6th. No better here, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about like games this year though, man? Like, let's be real. Like, oh my god, like Monster Hunter Wilds was great. I still love it. They have a Cherry Blossom event going on right now, which I was like, shit, I need to get back into that. Expedition 33 seems like it completely killed it. You know, like I think a first game coming out like a 92 average or 91, wherever it's at right now, I was like, that doesn't matter, it's still a success. How is this open for everyone but PlayStation? Probably because, you know, they have to give everyone, if they would have made it open for PlayStation first, everyone would have been really upset, you know, and been all like, oh, first party, blah, 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 or something. I don't know. In all honesty, it's just probably some weird, clunky thing. Yeah, no, Wilds is a great time, especially now with like that first big major patch they did. The Gathering Hub's back. They're starting to do their seasonal events. Like, you know, World was the same way. World just kept getting better and better as they kept patching it. That's where Wilds is at too. I still need to finish Shadows, Ghost of Yotai in October, Marathon in September. You know, if this alpha goes really well, it's gonna be really disappointing if this like alpha happens and I'm all like, oh my god, I absolutely am like disappointed and depressed right now. But you know, Expedition 33 looks good. Oblivion Remaster, even though for all that stuff, you guys just finished World. Dang. All right, so now I gotta do Iceborne. Did you guys do Iceborne yet? That's like the other like 80-hour expansion for World. Yeah, no, but the Monster Hunter games, they're fun. Especially nowadays, they're a lot of fun. No, yeah, no. Iceborne is like the 80-hour like expansion of like, you know, about like 20 more monsters and like one new locale. That shit looks difficult. Yeah. No, I'm glad that you really enjoyed it. Yeah, Wilds is a lot of fun. Wilds is definitely a little bit easier, I think, but it's just, I think it's more fun to play. In a lot of ways, like it's like really easy to just pick up and play now. I don't feel like you're kind of like in this weird spot of like, oh, this is just clunky and weird and annoying at times. Yeah, I like this. I like how this has become a just chatting stream for like 30 minutes. I really, really like it. It's really cool. But yeah, Death Stranding 2 then in June. You know, like Ghost of Yotai released in October freaking shook me a little bit. Like I was half expecting, like I know they said 2025, but I was half expecting that to be like more like a November, December title. Not October. And it was just like, wow. So it's like early on, like all these, like it's like been like one big hit like every month. Especially I think July this year and like August are the only two months that actually really don't have anything I really want. And I think maybe possibly no, because August has Delta. Never mind. August has Metal Gear Solid Delta. So I think it's actually, I'm sorry, I think it's July and May, I think, is the only months at the moment right now to where there's nothing that I want or anything that I've been wanting to have coming out at that time. I think ever since then it's been like one or two hits every single month of everything that I've been wanting to play. So I don't know, guys. What do we think? Do we retry it or do we let it sit here for a minute? God, there's so many messages going on. It's always funny how like the moment I start live streaming, it's like all of a sudden like 1,000 work messages pop up. Isn't it just funny how that always works out? It's been about 30 minutes now at this point. And it looks like other people are getting in. So we just don't know where it's like it's showing like we restarted it once and like so at first it was you know, where the login has been overflowed, we're doing queued logins. Then that changed into this error, and that's kind of where we've just been sitting at for the last like 15-ish, 20-ish minutes right now. But then like yeah, Days Gone remastered comes out like in 2 days. Like Expedition 33 comes out tomorrow. Like just kind of crazy. Oh shit, yeah, Discord's going public. That's crazy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna risk it for the Trisket, as Noob Guru would say. I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna see what happens. And now I just made the wait 1 hour longer. You know. Double the time, triple the time. I still think it's wild that the first party studios thing pops up here. I still think that's kind of wild. It's just so weird to me. I just love the aesthetic of this game, though. Like, even if the game flops, you know, whatever. The actual, like, type font, the overall style, the art, just love it, you know? The Logan stuff is there. It's very me, yeah. It's very much me, on very much exactly what I liked, you know, and so it's interesting. Hey, we've gotten 4 likes on the one YouTube stream. We got 2 likes on the vertical. I appreciate that, guys. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Hold up. System might break here in a minute. We're good. Go away. Yeah, I mean, I just think even like the UI itself, like just how it actually is like gridded out and everything like that is very much up my style. Um, Watching the gameplay of it, like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm watching it, you know, I observe a lot of things when it comes to watching gameplay, and this just speaks to me a little bit more because I've been playing a lot more Hunt Showdown now because of my excitement of that. And I knew Hunt Showdown was different, but you know, some people said, "Hey, you know, go back and play Hunt. You know, it's a different game, but you know, it's something to try out a little bit." And I've been playing that again on PlayStation, and it's been a fun time. I think the biggest thing that really kills it for, like, I shouldn't say kills it. The one thing that's frustrating with Hunt Showdown for me is how long it takes to load. You know, like for a match, and that's actually one thing I want to see exactly. Like, I know it's alpha, so like today's probably not gonna be the best day for it, but I'm curious on like, is this gonna feel more like DMZ where it's gonna be a little bit more quicker, or is it gonna be, um, you know, is it gonna be kind of more like a Tarkov Hunt situation where it's like, all right, I'm taking forever to load in for a match, and that's gonna be the biggest thing I think it's gonna hurt the game long run is that if it takes long for matches to kind of like get up and running, that's probably the reason why I wanted it to be more persistent maps, even though I guess Tarkov actually runs into that issue to where it has to like connect to people and whatnot. Um, that's where I thought it might be better if it was like all instanced out and everything. And apparently, you know, they tried that. It just didn't work, which is always curious whenever you hear that stuff. You're like, oh, that seems like that would be great on paper. And then it just doesn't work out that way. You know, it's always interesting with that. But yeah, I am curious to see exactly how it feels today, how it overall like just plays. I'm not really too worried about the whole graphic stuff and like uh any of that type of conversation. Like, I know Perimeter was the second map we get. Everyone thought we were only going to get one map in here. We're getting two, so we're getting 2 out of the 3 maps that we'll see at launch. Um and you know, people are like, it looks so unfinished and clunky and blocky, and it's just like, I don't know. After a decade of Destiny and having to deal with like, you know, Bungie kind of like really struggling to like make stuff, I'm actually kind of okay if they kind of go back and if it's like simplistic and stylish, it's letting it just be to where it's like, oh cool, they can kind of just make stuff, you know. But yeah, this is one of those moments where I'm just like, man, I really honestly should have just done that. My friend, you know, to say third time's the charm. Restart. Actually, I already did. I did restart it actually. So, uh, I'm just gonna kind of let it be. I think a little bit more here. I haven't actually even checked to see how their Discord's blowing up right now. Yeah, no, we're just trying. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, hey, you know what? At least we know that with multi-streaming, my rig is capable of streaming to three platforms or three different streams with an error screen, and I don't have any issues right now. Like OBS is just chugging along, like does not care right now. It's just all like da 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 da. I have streamed 7.2 gigabits already of just an error screen. I think that's hysterical. My God, talk about inefficiency. Well, Agent, you're a cool guy and I gotta go. So like 40 minutes, I'll come back and see if it's loaded already. I gotta do something. See you, brother. Sounds good, Mr. Ops. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Hope the rest of your day goes well. But yeah, I am just sitting here just streaming this and just getting so much stuff there. No probs. Oof, sorry about the issues, man. Hey, no, it's Alpha, but Rick, welcome in. Welcome in, Rick. It's all good. I mean, it's just one of those, like, that was the gamble. You know, it was the gamble of, like, do I try it and, like, see if the servers, like, click on? Because I know there's an immediate, like, cutscene-esque type deal that plays, as well as, like, some stuff that kind of just loads you right in. And then and that's where I was really worried about trying to like time that up correctly, because what happens when I rush, bad things happen. So, but Rick, how's it been? It's been a minute. How you doing? Apparently you guys got done playing World, is from what I understand. You guys got done playing some Monster Hunter World. Been good, yeah. Enjoyed World for sure. Nice. That's awesome. Glad. And I guess you guys are going to be jumping in the Wilds at some point. I think you guys will really enjoy Wilds. Wilds is a blast. Yeah, but I've been playing a little bit of Hunt Showdown. I've been playing a mix of games, to be honest. But like the other game I've been playing was, because we got it for on Plus, was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's actually relatively decent. I saw Stadium, and I almost wanted to poke around with Stadium a little bit, but I just was like, I already had too much to play a little bit. Yeah, I want to do Rise as well. Gotcha. Rise is a little bit of an interesting one. Hello, Richard. Yeah, Rise was one that I actually never really finished, to be honest. It was a little strange. I got far in it, but I just never really finished it. Hello, Richard. It's so fun to say. It is. Especially like if you kind of like roll with it a little bit, like, hello, Richard. Hi. If you say it like you've been expecting him. Yeah. No. Mike, I'm gonna send you a different link here for something for you to try out, and if you have Oblivion still installed. I'll be trying that out later. Or like Elmo saying hi to Rocco. That's true as well. All right, what's going on here? Oops, nope. Center of Operations, what do we got? Oh, hey, we get another sub there. I appreciate that. Well, thank you, but I deleted it. I got you that. A whole 120 gigabytes just gone. So gonna spend some time on Expedition 33. Yeah, honestly, Expedition 33's turn-based looks really, really good. Like, I like the hybrid part of that as well. Like, doing more like the more Paper Mario-esque, like, you're kind of like using the buttons, you're kind of doing this, you're kind of positioning things there. You're not just doing menu, hit this, menu, hit this. It's very much like that. And I think it's where like any other old turn-based system, I kind of just get like, whatever with, you know? Whereas like if you're having more of that kind of like you're still interacting with it is where I think I get a little bit more into it as well. Legend of Dragoon style. Speaking of, like, what's the over-under of that game someday being remade now at this point? Like, in all honesty, I would have thought that would have been, I thought that would have been like a really good layup for Blue Point in a way. I gave up. Sony's confusing as fuck to me. Assassin's 33s are wild. Plus, I'm loyal to Charlie and Ben. Ben Starr is just a fucking treasure. Let me just be real about that. Like, the voice acting video I posted on Discord, it was really funny. I just laughed out. It was just like, yeah, he's like talking about his character. He's like, yeah, this guy is, and it cuts over to like the main director, and he's like, he's no one. He's no one. Don't worry about it. I'm just like, God, the guy's just good. Like, and I think he's gonna kill it if he's Durandal in this. But I think it's just really cool to see that team just nailed it right out of the gate. First game out, and it's just bam, they're ready to rock and roll. It was definitely one that I felt really great about pre-ordering for sure. Like, so I was like you guys, I was expecting 8s, even though I'm totally fine with 8s. I wasn't expecting more of a higher caliber, kind of sleeper hit type deal to be walking in on this, which is even more fun. It's even more fun when you get stuff like that. When you get like those games that like kind of come out of like nowhere. Or like you're like, yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be good, but then you're kind of like get it, and you're like, okay, hold up, they did stuff here. They actually did some really really cool things there. I think it's just more the style of the game for me. Is I think it's where I'm just mostly like excited to see. Like I said, that turn based. It's not only just doing the actions. It's very much they went all out with the camera movements and the feedback and stuff like that. And it was just one of those like. That's how you can kind of get me as someone who likes action games more often. It was like that's how you can lure me in as like someone with that type of style. Like if you make your turn-based look really super dynamic or super stylish, it's really kind of a lot of fun. Like Persona has that a little bit with like its menu design, but I feel like its combat still is very much the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 stuff. Mind you, I say that as someone who has barely played Persona, so don't attack me, Persona fans. That's not a hot take. It's a sizzle take. Leave me alone. Don't murder me, please. But it's just overall the general feel I get for it. Whereas that's where like the original Paper Marios were kind of fun, even though it was a 1 2 3. You kind of had the badges. You were kind of playing around with that type of stuff. You know, you were doing that type of stuff, and then like I think what was it, the 1,000-year door, the one that just came out, the Origami King. That combat system felt monotonous because it just started to get too complex with like the grid and like rotating around, and then like it was taking forever. It's like what Pokemon had the issue with, like, you know, Ruby and Sapphire. You're just kind of rocking and rolling with the turns. You know, you were just cooking, and then everything else decided to slow crawl. And it's just like, ugh. Yeah, like I said, please don't hurt me, Persona fans. I wasn't talking bad about your franchise, I promise. All right. We'll do this again. See what happens here. Vince has said Persona 5 is the most overhyped game in the last 2 gens. I mean, there was probably one day where I did have that shit take, you know? Let's be real. Did I mean it? Possibly. Do I mean it now? No, I don't. You know? let me in. God damn it. All right. It's fine. Well, hey guys, you know what? We've gotten an hour stream of just me talking. This is really like one of the good old days right here. You know what I'm saying? Just me not having a game load. So is it a PS thing? It must be. If the other platforms are in, it must be a PS thing. Or it could be bad luck. I do have bad luck. Let's be real. Like, I got the alpha code. And, you know, my bad luck is usually like, oh, you got the alpha. You're not playing the alpha, though. You're always going to be stuck at the login screen. Like, come on. You guys know how bad my luck is. No, because Elden Ring exists now. Let's be real. Elden Ring, it's whatever at this point. You know, I've said my piece. It's okay. I mean, God forbid, you know, it's a modern masterpiece, as Mike Ybarra said today. My modern masterpiece. I just laugh at that type of shit. Just like, game was a stuttery stutter fest when it came out, and was blah 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 blah. You know, same old shit, same different story, all that type of jazz. Like, I think Elden Ring's cool. I would like to go back and revisit it someday. I will probably never be in the mental space to play that game, which sucks because, like, you know, Mike bought that game for me. And I mean, we got what, 35, 40 hours of streams on that. It just was one of those to where, like, I just, like, how everyone complains about like Ubisoft, like open world fatigue or whatnot. I think at that point, for even as little as I played them, I just had straight up Souls fatigue at that point. I just had that entire, just like, I'm tired of this and it's being the same thing, and I'm constantly playing the same thing from Demon Souls to Dark Souls to Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 3 to Bloodborne. It's just like, as much as they had very fundamental differences, it was one of those, like, I have played the exact same game multiple times, you know? And it was just, I just wasn't in a good mindset with that game. And I think that's what sucked with Elden Ring. Is, you know, I think Elden Ring was just one of those that it and I didn't get along because I was part of the problem, you know? It was one of those, like, meh, this game's not great, you know? Blah, 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 blah. Now, Breath of the Wild, let's be real, though. Breath of the Wild, totally overrated game. 100%. Like, nothing great about it. I'm saying this as sarcastically as I possibly can because I just know, like, Mike's beard just got, like, very bristly right now and was, like, you know, a little bit of the steam is coming out of the ears a little bit. You know, he's got, like, little, like, anime, like, vein popping right now. Nah, I mean, like, it's just one of those, like, it is overrated, though. I don't know. It's actually a take of mine. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're going to have civil war happen here in a minute. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's funny. I just think it's wild they're adding the repair weapon stuff to the phone thing, Mabob, of the enhanced Switch 2 enhanced editions. And I'm just like, I don't get this. Like, Nintendo, why are we using our phones for this type of stuff? Like, did we go back to, like, 2026 whenever, like, you know, it was TV, and, like, third-party, like, experiences on, like, your screens and whatnot? Or, like, what was that? Third-party apps, like Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain had, like, that whole weird, like, iDroid app and whatnot. Like, there were some really cool concepts back then. But, man, it was a weird time. Does anyone ever, like, remember that type of stuff? You know, like, the iFruit app for, like, GTA Online, the iDroid app for Metal Gear Solid 5. I think there was the entire, like, Game of Thrones, like, map app that, like, as you're watching the show, you could be like, this is where all the characters were at type deal. God, there was so many. Like, there's so many right now that I'm blanking. Like, I'm just blanking out on, like, that, like, whole weird, like, first part of, like, 20, like, what was that, 14 and, like, 15? Like, there was even, like, a thing for, like, Call of Duty at one point. Like, yeah, they had, like, the whole Call of Duty plot, like, platform profiling thing that, like, you sign up for, and you had premium, and, like, that's how you manage your stats. If you wanted to, like, erase your stats, you could. Like, maybe not erase your stats, but like there was something weird. Does anyone like remember that type of shit? It's just so weird. I like Tears of the Kingdom though. If we're going back to Zelda, I did like Tears of the Kingdom, and I think Tears of the Kingdom had such like a more fun scale to me. I was just more disappointed in the fact that we didn't have like more like underwater stuff. I think that's a weird design trope of like that style of game, and it's not a Zelda thing. Like I think Genshin did it until they had their underwater update and whatnot. I just think it's just weird how like all those games were very much like swimming. No one's swimming, but if you are, it's stamina. It's just like, oh, okay, does walking require stamina? Now there's a concept right there. Breath of the Wild game style, right? But everything requires stamina. So like for you like to walk, you got a little stamina wheel going down. You got you gotta sit at little benches or whatnot, or sit down, camp, do that type of stuff, right? Then you level it up, get some more stamina to where you can just keep making longer and longer treks. To the point to where like, it is kind of silly and goofy. You have to like eat like energy bars or like water to kind of like keep your character kind of going type deal. I'm sure there's a game out there that does that, just goofy. I love the fact that I've been doing this now for almost an hour. Nothing has changed. Oh my god, I'm sorry, everyone. We got 5 likes on the regular stream and we had 3 likes on the vertical stream. I appreciate that. Sorry, flip that. 5 likes on the vertical, 3 likes on the regular. So a Death Stranding hardcore mode, I love it. Yeah, it's funny. I'm really curious on like how Death Stranding 2 is gonna play out with that type of stuff. Like really like how different is that gonna actually feel in terms of the first, like from the first game, Like I get it, we're gonna be connecting with like the Mexico and like some Europe and Australia, I think. But I just wonder how different that's gonna feel now because it's no longer gonna be about like that connecting type. It is, but like it's just more gonna be like. I have a feeling like a lot of like the player stuff is gonna be flipped. I have a feeling like instead of it being like, oh here, contribute and help build these roads, it's gonna be all like, oh you don't like this road? Well, do this, and it makes it to where that road disappears from everyone's map. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's gonna be like a lot more like sabotaging, and like more chaos deals with that than like the actual like collaborative nature of the original game. Man, really unlucky today. Dang. Bungie. Oh, shit. Really? As I go and move, you let me in. Finally. Chat, we did it.
Runner defragmentation protocol.
Here we go. I'm going to shut up for a bit.
Evaluating shell integrity. Evaluating vital signs. Evaluating recognition response. Executing neurological subroutine. Loading memory packages. Liminal buffer status 26%. Assert. Subject is a runner. A disconnected consciousness inhabiting a bio-cybernetic shell. Assert. Subject's psyche was ejected from their body at the moment of their death. Assert. subject's consciousness is preserved while a new shell is printed. Please stand by. Assert. Runners arrived in the Tau Ceti system after the investigation of a distress signal from the lost colony ship, the UESC Marathon. Assert. Runners are mercenaries, hired to salvage from the ruins of the human colony on Tau Ceti 4. Assert. Runners are hunted by the Unified Earth Space Council. Subject must deal with these threats at their own discretion. Warning. Cognition runtime error. Proceeding with suboptimal durability settings. Liminal buffer status 100%. Runner defragmentation complete. Welcome back, Runner. This is only your mandatory support AI. Your new shell will be ready momentarily, and you will return to Tau Ceti 4 for your next assignment. Please prepare for consciousness transfer in 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
I freaking love the infographics and whatnot in this. I freaking love it. So yeah, I wonder how much of this is going to change as time goes on. So give me 1 second here. We're gonna go into some settings here real quick. So HUD opacity, console default, vertical location, console default, color. So I could do on. Okay, so let's just do that for right now, just the hell of it. Subtitle options. Subtitles are always on. Extra small. Medium's gonna be that. Yellow. Background is gonna be faded. Oops. Pressing that does that. Okay. Okay. Cool. So then we got controller, look sensitivity, ADS. I have no idea. I'll have to feel how this goes here a little bit. Video, field of view. Oh my god, I have field of view. Let me crank that up to where that's at. Adjust brightness. So we actually have AMD FSR. So my guess is at launch, this will be a toggle for like PSSR and whatnot. I have HDR off, chromatic aberration. I am gonna shut that off. Film grain off. There's no point in having that type of stuff in this game. In a game like this, I'm sorry. Settings. I forgot I didn't save that. Okay, so yeah, apply. Sound, lobby music video. Okay, cool. Gameplay, hot, okay. Social, crew privacy, you have a bunch of stuff like that you could do there. Push talk, voice chat is going to be, you know, whatever, even though I don't have a microphone. And that's it. So they do have that. So we have a runner. So you actually have the 4 here to play around with. Huh.
Camo filters online.
We are the danger.
Okay. And then we got factions, which is all done here. So we got perimeter training here. Oh, that's cool. So that's an easy shortcut there to change that. I guess you're going to have icons. You're going to see this. This is where we have our credits at, what our vault has. Help runner selection. Okay, that's cool. So you actually have like a little thing that tells you like what's going on there. All right, well, let's perimeter training. We have this. Let's go back. So I have this. So I have no contract. We're ready to go. So I'm going to ready up. And then you have run. Okay. All right, so we're finally in. So we'll complete contracts. Oh, wow, we actually kind of loaded right in. All right, that's cool as shit right there. All right. Dang. Countdown, so you have this thing where you can't move. So the run started. Okay.
You have deployed to Tau Ceti 4, an abandoned settlement that holds many valuable resources. Gather what you can and proceed to the exfiltration point, which I have marked on your map. Your durability was unexpectedly impacted during infill. Find a medical cabinet and search it for repair supplies.
All right. So we're going to hold that. And then it takes some time for you to find that stuff. So, like, you can do your stack size by using the D-pad. You can actually use X to hold something to use it right now. So that's kind of cool to know. You don't actually have to pull that if you want it. So I can move the backpack by doing that. Or you can do select where you can do more like a drop like that if you wanted to.
Return to your consumable interface and ready a shield cell. Use it to regenerate damaged shields.
Press on the 4 or down the D-pad. All right, so you have this, then you can swap stuff like that. Okay.
Settlement security has been disrupted. Search the containers in the next room for armaments, ammunition, and a way outside.
Okay, cool. This door is locked, so you can't go in there. So it's weird. Like, the game honestly has a lot more, like, of a look to it whenever you actually, like, are in the game compared to, like, over a stream. Like, you could definitely tell, like, this pistol is, like, a really roughly 3D printed, like, thing. Like, I know you really can't really see it, but, like, there's actually a little bit of a sheen, like, on that barrel part and whatnot. Like, it's interesting. There's a lot of fine details that you just don't see in this. I already know one thing for, well, you know, whatever. We'll get in that. So we have an arms locker. So we have an overrun AR. So we're going to equip that. And then we have light rounds. So we'll move that to backpack. Okay. So triangle, you have this ready to rock and roll. And then we have a substation key. So we'll move this to backpack. Okay. I can't tell if that's people like shooting or whatnot. So there we got some credits and we got some light rounds. All right. Might as well just keep going. So we can't go out that way.
Your shell is equipped with a map. Open it and ping your exfiltration point.
So that's one of our first bots over there. Touchpad or menu pad. So this is where our exfil's at right here. So we're going to ping that.
Hostile forces detected. Engage or evade the enemy as you move toward your exit.
So
Thankfully, your shell is equipped with powerful abilities. Deploy them to give yourself an edge in a firefight.
yeah, that straight up feels like Destiny. Data card. A chem grenade. Okay. Well, it would make sense because this is going to kind of be a little bit more, I don't want to say Apex, but it makes more sense like with the way the shields and like the health system works in this game. It's not like, you know, Destiny where you have like kind of like that more of that variance of like not only shields, but like also like your resilience type deal. But I'll be curious how that feels because like, I feel like having a low time to kill is actually kind of a decent thing in something like this. It's going to be just a matter of like how cheap it feels. You know what I'm saying? It's also weird to have sprinting be like very stamina based, you know? And also, so sliding actually causes, that generates heat. Okay. So like you're not doing this whole thing to where like you're sliding down and doing like that type of stuff and getting a speed boost. You still have it, but like you run that and then you just have that thing a little bit there with that.
"20 minutes remaining.
There we go. So no dynamic lights, it looks like, which is fine, you know. And yeah, I'm just taking a little bit of time here to kind of help explore a little bit. You know, it's to kind of get a feel for what's going on.
Reach the exfil point and activate the device to escape the planet with everything you carry. Failure to exfiltrate within the time limit will result in the loss of everything you carry and the death of your shell. You can explore the area to find more loot, but remain cautious. The UESC units are designed to dispatch runners.
So that bot had a white shield on that. So you can see how we broke that. Hot swap. Marginally increased weapon handling, aim down to sight speed. So that's an implant. And then we got an OS reboot, which is kind of like a consumable healing thing. Got some credits. So you're not breaking that glass. Oh, wow. So if I do L1, I'm invisible. So stealth, so we got the same thing like Destiny where you can kind of see like your perks or whatnot. So you can close shutters. Okay. All right, here.
The exfil point. Activate it to initiate the matter transfer and transport yourself and your possessions to safety. Once the transfer begins, stay within the active area or you will be left behind.
Oh, that's a weird looking thing. So whoop. So our run was complete there. I love the main theme. All right, so there's nothing here. So I guess that like that launch, there will probably be like a more like a kind of like overall like round completion thing. Oh, I guess here, never mind. There's a report right here. So we did that for 8 minutes. Our gear was retained. So our notoriety, which is like our basic XP. Then we have our faction reputation here. And then so our wallet went from 344 to 844. And our loadout went up a little bit in terms of its value. Okay, return to lobby. Cyber Acme has contract work available for you. Visit the faction screen and speak with their agent. So like that's gonna be like the other big thing here too, is all the faction stuff.
Greetings, runner. This is the onboard navigational intelligence. Only, if you prefer, Cyber Acme's dedicated AI guide. We are currently communicating through a direct neural interface. Your shell sustained unusual durability damage during your last run. As a result, Cyber Acme protocol dictates you undertake a brief reorientation. To begin, I will provide you with a series of contracts pertaining to Tau Ceti. You will face hostile entities, including other runners competing for the objects and artifacts you seek. For now, focus on searching for materials and familiarizing yourself with your shell's abilities. You may exfiltrate if the possibility presents itself, but a far more likely outcome is your expedient demise. Please prepare for your run.
Nice. All right, thanks. So you currently do not have an active contract. You should always, so the interesting thing, the menus are 30 FPS, it looks like. You should always have active contracts available. So we have a priority contract, which is like the story mission contracts here. So welcome to Tau City. Tau City, we got 1 out of 3. We're gonna activate our prime ability, and we're also gonna loot containers here. And that's also gonna give us a welcome package. So we need to do that. An agreement for complete tasks. We have a dossier. Complete runs and pursue profit opportunities to increase your cyber acme reputation. Additional reputation is granted when you successfully exfil from a zone. So you have to complete runs and exfil to boost this factions like thing up there. So here's the contracts. Hire runners for mercenary work on Tau City 4. This work is organized into contracts. You must activate a contract during progress. Try to have an active contract whenever possible. Contracts come in 3 varieties: standard, boosted, and priority. Standard contracts are simple, repeatable tasks for the faction. Boosted contracts are more focused and offer increased rewards. Priority contracts are one-time missions essential to the faction's interests. Completing priority contracts is necessary to increase your faction rank. Each contract grants rewards upon completion. Contracts also grant reputation with the offering faction. Up to 1 priority, 1 boosted, and 2 standard contracts can be seen at a time per faction. Additional contracts can be found in your dossier. The dossier periodically populates new standard boosted contracts. If your selected contract doesn't fit your playstyle, you can re-roll into a new contract. You have a limited number of re-rolls, which refresh after a period of time. As you rank up with the factions, you gain higher rank contracts. Okay. So there we go. So we have that, and here's going to be like some of the other ones that we're going to see at launch. There's also upgrades that we can do, and that's going to be as we get like more and more here. You actually will start loading these up and actually seeing that. So 8 rows, 8 rolls. Damn. Okay. So we have an active contract, so we need to go in. So now we're going to go into, we can go into perimeter, or we can go into dire marsh. Now perimeter is going to be the smaller map. Welcome to Marathon's Closed Alpha. Welcome to the Closed Alpha. Thank you for joining us. The Closed Alpha runs from 4:23 to 5:4. Please note that this alpha contains limited content and features compared to the full launch version. Good luck on your runs. Okay. I'm going to say crew fill is off. So here's our loadout. This is your loadout where you can see all of your currently equipped gear and items in your inventory. The help button does this where we can actually see more of this. Okay. So we have patch shields, we have this, we have our stuff here, and we have our hot swap there. We have our vault, which has some stuff kind of placed in there a little bit. And then we have the black market, which lets us buy stuff if we need to. So we're not going to worry about that quite yet. A self repair speed will be plus 20, but we're not going to worry about that quite yet. All right, so let's go ahead and go into prepare, and we're going to ready up. See, like this already, the fact that this loads as quick as it does is like already kind of a better thing for me. Though I guess at the same time, I shouldn't really be saying that. So we have our contracts right above us. So our pane's there. If you hold up, you can do that.
Please refer to your operating manual if you experience repeated memory loss.
Got a data card. I like how moody this is already. Now, I believe I am in a match Requires the tunnel's office key. Okay. Requires tunnel's office key. Okay. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right, I'm hearing some gunfire. Wow, these are a little bit more open, like bigger than I thought they would feel. I would have thought this would have felt very small, you know? So we don't want to activate those crows. Now, I probably didn't need to be doing that. Ooh. So hold up. Those guys moved. Which tells me that there might be players down there. Huh. Not seeing any containers though, which kind of sucks. Also, I know the game does have some significant fall damage. Oh wow, we're like in the middle of the map. It's weird how, like, tense this feels in a way. So that guy saw me. So he's got a green shield.
20 minutes remaining.
Oops. Thanks. Oop. Oh, that's our players, I think. Oh, yep, I'm dead. Yep, that's fine. That's okay though. That was what I figured was gonna happen. Oh, that kill cam's kind of cool though. Like for spectating. Hi there, how's the game so far? Do you know if it's still possible to apply for alpha keys? Yes, it's still possible to apply for alpha keys. You can be getting that all throughout the rest of the week. But how are you doing, Ramloto? We're doing good. You just saw my first death, which was technically my very first real match in the game. Your crew failed to exfil. Your previous shell has been destroyed and all items in your inventory have been lost. Contract progress, XP, and credits granted from the data cards are maintained. Okay. Successful exfils are rare, but death at the end. Learn from your mistakes, prepare for your next run, try again. To help you financially recover from this loss, Cyber Acme has given you a sponsored kit. View the kit in your loadout. So we activate that, and we're going to still keep doing that. Okay. So let's return that. So we need to go to our loadout. So now we have a sponsored kit is a package that grants items when you deploy on a run. It can't be brought into one with any other items. If your supply of credits falls low, Cyber Acme will continue to sponsor your runs. I like this. This at least lets people kind of not have to worry about like, yeah, my stuff might go, but like, you know, like I at least will actually like, we'll have this. So like my backpack here gonna be ready to go. It's a sponsored kit. We're ready to rock and roll here. Which is totally fine in my opinion. So here we can go ahead and prepare. And we'll just do that again. But yeah, no problem. What do you guys think of it so far from every, from people who have been watching out a little bit? So far, I like it. I definitely need to tweak things, that's for sure. But, I mean, it's just one of those, we are waiting so long to get into it. I kind of just want to keep playing around a little bit. So where do we drop in? Seems pretty interesting. I love it, especially the setting, the story, and the fast gameplay. Yeah.
Reminder, weave worms ready to acknowledge life to death transition. Shutdown begets new flesh.
Ooh, what's in here? Credits. So is this close to where I started last time? It looks like it. So there, we got some enhanced stuff. Just trying to loot those containers and whatnot. Dang. This just got like real like dark here, you know? Huh. Someone's got a terminal up, it looks like. Got the bully SMG. Got a locked container key. Aluminum rods. Yikes. Guy got me. Okay, so that's how that works. But if I do just down on a D-pad, is that how that works as well? Yes, okay. So that's how that works, okay. So our objective is complete. So we actually are full right now. So what I could look here is then be like, all right, we're gonna do an exfil that way. Oh, I'm seeing people fight. Yeah, let's get some credits here. Can't pick this up because our backpack's full. So we have a bit of time. We have a bit of a haul to get over that way. So I already saw a dropship like right over that reg there. So I know that players were nearby there.
Will remain stable for 20 minutes.
I think I just heard someone throw out like Blackbeard just threw out like a little one of the bots things. I definitely hear a lot of gunfire. That is a lightning strike gonna happen. Players are nearby there.
A profit opportunity presents itself.
Ooh, what was that? That was probably something like right there. I can't tell. There we go. Oh my god. Yikes! I'm out. I'm good. Jesus. Huh. I knew it. Damn. Yeah, look. I was pretty close. Oof. I mean, that's fine. I moved the prime contract, which is what I wanted to do. So we leveled up once, and then we also got this. We need to visit our faction to claim a reward. We auto sold this stuff, and then we auto moved this over. Okay. So now we need to go to factions here. And now we need to claim this reward.
You've completed the first step of your Cyber Acme reorientation. Congratulations. As you have seen, the Unified Earth Space Council, the UESC, has deployed forces across the Tau Ceti colony. Their extreme hostility suggests they wish to control access by any means necessary. Their destruction is therefore completely acceptable. I'll gather data on your combat abilities. Remember to repair damage to your shields and shell to maximize your combat efficacy. Good luck.
Okay. So now we need to activate this. So we need to eliminate forces, then use a shield charge or patch kits. Okay. And so we need some more credits there, and we also need to start looking for microprocessors. And that tells you where in perimeter you can get them in north relay or south relay. Okay. If we want to start just being ahead of it, which I think also the other thing too you could do here is I think you can actually look at this and then go like, hey, I want to mark this. And then so like now it has like a little eye icon right by the microprocessor. So that way, like whenever you're looting, you can actually see if you have an eye icon, something like that. You have that ability to kind of be like, oh, I need that. All right, let's do another run here with kind of just what we're at right now. Let's look at our loadout here. So let's go ahead and a key that locks opens up stuff there. A vault cell. We can actually move this to the vault. Small caliber rounds. What does this use? This uses small caliber rounds. That uses that. So it actually shows you which one you are using right here. Okay, so there we go. So we have some more backpack stuff there. Ready to go. Let's ready up and let's rock and roll. Yeah, so far I'm actually honestly really kind of enjoying it in the sense of like it's quick, it's easy, in the sense of like I don't feel like I'm waiting like super long. I've been lucky with that right now. I haven't really been waiting super long on matchmaking. I'll have to see. As I say that, you know, this will probably be the one where it's just doing that. Yeah, and I agree. I think the sponsored gear is like the best part of like making this easy, and it just feels like even if I die, it's like, all right, I'm kind of really back in, you know, like I go, I reset a little bit, and then I'm instantly back in.
Please refer to your operating manual if you experience repeated memory loss.
And so the nice thing is we're on the outer perimeter of the map. Core storage, what we got here? Like for like. There we go. Sliding water generates no heat buildup. Huh. Auto cells for new caloric reputation. So there, my backpack's full again. That's my baseline cap capacity. Data card, though. Can't pick that up because our stuff's full. And that's where I use this key here. Reinforce is your base shields. Should take half damage. Now we have a green shield. And then we also have a mine sight up. Okay, so wait a minute. Oops. So if I press L2, I can put this on like anything I want to. So there we go. I hear someone running. I was just trying to see if that was like someone was going in play or whatnot with that. All right. An ammo pack. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Okay.
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
Nice. Okay. A seed sampler, damn. Huh. So we got our objective complete, and we're actually kind of full on stuff. Claymore mine, our backpack's full. So where can we... So this was a... something like that. our ping's over there. Like our exfil's over here. So ammo's auto pickup if it's on the floor. Microprocessor, we'll be adding that. It is weird how, like, you honestly don't see players. You know? So, okay, so I've looped through this twice now. So the north storage key is what I need that for. This is a munitions. This is where we came through. Yeah, remembering where you've been and whatnot is gonna be strange. You know?
Warning, reinforcements detected.
So the bots respawned. Oops. So this is a guarded exfil. Oh shit. Damn, that bot, he smacked me. Interesting, it's like he's sucking the life out of me.
15 minutes remain.
And that it seems to accelerate as he's kind of overtaking it. There you go, certified for... That's hysterical. Store, is that you? So we lost a decent amount, but we gained credits though, which is fine. And then we can visit that faction to claim. Enhance shield and plant shield charges.
Congratulations. You have reached the final step of your reorientation. I must now draw attention to the considerable financial investment your replacement shells represent. When you experience death, Cyber Acme is able to upload your consciousness and place it in a new shell, allowing you to retain your memories. At Cyber Acme, we believe that knowledge is invaluable, as are the exotic materials found on Tau Ceti. Exfilling is the only way to claim physical objects from the planet. As you have seen, it is often quite dangerous, but extracting with certain components will allow me to upgrade the parameters of your shell. Thus, a successful exfil can be extremely lucrative, both for Cyber Acme and yourself. This directive will be a challenge. I hope that you are prepared.
Okay. So I need to exfil successfully. Okay. But what sucks is that all those microprocessors and whatnot that I had, and plus that really cool weapon I had, it's gone. It's just gone. So I'm gonna take that in, and I'm gonna get some light rounds in here. I'm gonna do one shield slot, a shield charge, and a patch kit. So self-repair speed is 10. Agility is your movement and jump height. Heat capacity is your stamina. Hardware reduces the duration of your status effects applied to you to affect your run's physical chassis. Immobilize, overheat, and toxin. Firewalls, your electronic systems like EMP, hack. Finisher siphon, increase the amount of shields regained after performing a finisher on a downed runner. And then loot speed. Increases how quickly items are revealed while looting containers, and then revive speed. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this again. Oh, I didn't press the run button. Yeah, how's everyone else feeling about it right now? So where do we load? We load up the edge of the map. So I just need to exfil successfully.
Unanticipated signal override. Your candles spit and gutter.
Oh shit. Well, that was very nice. Not very nice, lady. Yeah, the shooting feedback feels great. Okay. Get our shields recharged and we'll go back in. So it's funny, the bots seem to shoot at last line of sight location. All right, those guys do mess you up. All right. Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Lynn just came home. We're gonna get ready for like dinner. Like not getting ready for dinner, but we gotta run some errands and whatnot. So I'm gonna do one more round, just to kind of get going here. Again, I'm sorry. The first hour of this was kind of more just, you know, the you know, just the game. You know, like us watching the loading screen. You know, but purchase the backpack. Okay, so we got 240 of that. That's not what I wanted to do. Oops. Move the backpack. Sounds good. Thanks for showing it off. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one more. I'm really liking what I've been playing. This definitely feels like it's right up my alley. It just, you know, it definitely feels like I have to, like, you have to learn it a little bit. It's not like you just are coming in here and just being like GG easy mode. You know, it's definitely got some a learning curve to it. And yeah, I might try to show off some more of it sometime during the weekend. Once I kind of get some more things like figured out. I don't know when, but I'll try to stream it again sometime during the week. Or like the weekend, and we'll just kind of go from there. Yeah, like I said, sorry for it being kind of like a weird stream today, but it was a really good, decent one for coming back. I hope game audio sounds good. I'll be watching the VODs and whatnot as well, just to kind of see where things are at. But yeah, I mean, I hope everything kind of came out and looked okay.
Reminder. Threat vectors detected. Maintain a safe distance to avoid engagement.
I mean, for anyone who watches this VOD on YouTube, if there's any questions you have about it, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer. So here, we got a patch kit, an advanced patch kit, thick milk.
Profit opportunity. Intercept.
So that's where we're at. We're near an intercept is where we're at. So what if I ping this? Okay, so now I have a ship.
Updated.
So now I have a ship inbound. I just don't know where that ship shows up to, you know? Oop, I'm down. Gonna be down. All right. Damn. There we go. So where's that landing? Like, I don't... Was that over where I was doing that terminal? Can't tell. Wait, hearing the doing doing. Oh, so that's where you would see that. And I found that, so you'd come here, see where the code is, and you would try to find a terminal where that code matches up. I get it now. Alright, I need those microprocessors. Alright.
"20 minutes remain."
All right, you know what? Not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna head to the we're just gonna head to the ping. We're just gonna try to get out. Yeah, I'm really liking this. So that ship, I failed that. So I didn't know where that ship was. And so I just messed that up. Ah, that was a player. Damn, I was close. Oh, well. Hey, almost had it off. You know. But yeah, it's like the one thing you guys didn't get to see with this, so I just never finished it out, which I should have done that. It's like you have the upgrade system, so like you have this, and these are like permanent things that you unlock. So like you get that, you get to like all of a sudden your vault gets bigger sizes. You're able to purchase standard cores in the black market. Your loot speed goes up. Your container on loot, like you get actual energy on loot, prime ability recharge rate, like. These are the things that every single faction has, and then these are what seasonally wipe after every season's done. And that's actually how you kind of have the optimization of what's going on there and everything like that. So, like, you know, you have like these really, really cool things that you can kind of do with this. And this is like the really cool way of actually seeing like the like passive that you can get throughout a season and everything like that. So, yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, probably when the next time you see it, you'll probably see me have progressed a few of the systems. I think, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. And oh, it looks at that. You can see like that. You can view the ID card. You have that. So we have our plat. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's like this is the whole like social network, things like that type deal. All right. But yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see if we can make this more of a thing. You know, as we keep going on. All right. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.